Okay, I've started the YouTube streams. Specific Chinese dev corporation finding here, yeah. Hearing about the people who started, I can't remember the name of the developer that they started for this one, but like being disappointed there was no royalty system with Apex, and essentially feeling like they got cheated out of money, and then going to make this is like, fine in a vacuum, to be honest. Fine in a vacuum. But then the rest, like, would we blame Gabe Newell right now for wanting to go off and make more money when he went and started Valve with, who was the other guy? Vince being gone has torpedoed a lot of my goodwill to Respawn. Marvel Rivals. Category. Okay. Private those YouTube streams. You now with that dude Chud as his Celestial. Wow. Microsoft didn't understand the industry. Yeah. But like, actually, you know what? There probably is more of a meaningful difference there, because Valve has been relatively pro-consumer, at least to the market, and the rest of what's out there, a lot of the time. Could you react to Round Nose Rivals' two most recent shorts talking about Poke? He's got some interesting takes, and I'd love to hear your opinion. Sure, Shams. I would love to. He definitely has some stuff that sometimes he says stuff that pisses me off, bro. Are they YouTube shorts? Are they? Sometimes he doesn't post stuff on everything. Okay. About ready to go. Nice. YT shorts, thank you. Yeah, we can look around. Rare. The truth behind Melee vs. Hitscan. Oh boy. Oh no. uh Connect the YouTube chats. Okay, 1, 2. Test those. Hello, Beans. What do we talk about here? All in good time. Hello, Peter. Hello, Bad Bear 556. That came through, sick. How about this? Nice. Both connected, okay. Probably step chat time then. All right. Excellent. All right, what were we going to look at first? Ralph first? I think I do what I was going to say earlier from the start of stream. John KFC is not going to be here for it, and then he's going to be like, oh my god, go back. Too bad, bro. Okay. Where was it posted? Media chat? Oh boy, this is going to be... Oh, there's only so much of this I can take, bro. Should I feel like I had an urge to get ahead of this, essentially, in seeing the post, not respond to any comment, but make a comment myself and be like, hey guys, obviously the intro was rage bait here. Would just like to clear a few things up. My point is that I like this hero, and I think this hero is a good addition to the game. I think there is a lot of potential in his design, and that is gate kept by the level of balance. I think this hero and a lot of other things have needed nerfs for a while now. I think other dive heroes need viability. Like Daredevil, I think that all comes from poke nerfs. People were asking for DD nerfs for ages. Yes, he can 1v1 some of the poke heroes. All of them need nerfs. Blah, blah, blah. We talked about earlier, unbans are your decision. Wait. Wait, what happened? Unban requested. Wait. Just don't get banned. True. Do we let him in? Do we let him back in? He got a 45-minute. I feel like that's good. There's another unban request. Wait, these are elite. When was this from? Jesus. Let's get better on OW. Yeah, your cat is very fat and ugly. All right, he's staying banned. John with the follow. Hashtag free KFC. I'm not doing that. See ya. All right. This will be a wild ride. The Daredevil players got hold of my video. I can't believe it. What do I always say about the main subs? Do I have to read this out, man? Do I have to? If I was gay, you would be on my list for sure. Are you gay by any chance, cutie? And the answer to that was no, I don't have to read that out. Thanks, though. Just connecting step chat. I can't see their comments. All right. Connect. There it is. There it is. Everything connected. Beautiful. Refresher on the video. Here we go. Is easy. He's the button-mashing final boss. Daredevil is easy. He's the button-mashing final boss. When Daredevil first got released, I thought we finally had a dynamic melee combo, less mobile hero like Spidey or like Rogue is now. There's being the one video where I misspeak in the first 5 minutes does not bode well for me. Barely a meaningful difference between his slam and his toss. Essentially every clip of this guy is mashing the same two actions again and again. Toss, cross, toss, cross, toss, cross. Like, heroes like Panther Blade, Iron Fist, Mr. Fantastic have it harder than Daredevil. This hero could be so much more interesting if they would differentiate the toss and the slam. You'd be able to tell a good Daredevil apart from a bad one more easily. Currently, there isn't a playstyle. Daredevil just plays the players. His damage and survivability is so high that you can barely discern a playstyle at all. If you remove shields from the toss, suddenly this player is making decisions mid-fight instead of just button mashing. Daredevil hops in, rolls his face over the keyboard, and then he gets out. And he's building shields and doing great damage and drawing a lot of attention in the meantime. That's it. What do you guys think? My predictions for comments on this are going to be like, just gets in and does all of this. Has he ever played against a Bucky? And tell me you've never played DD without telling me. And this is why you never listen to streamers. And probably something about how I look. Are you watching yourself, bro? Are you... Yeah, there's stuff around the thing we just looked at, but... Please watch through the whole video to avoid possible rage bait. Honestly, W poster. However, as I've said with all the main subs, Adam at the top. By the way, Adam, my second most played. Play a lot of Adam. Mr. Fant is my number one. The mains subs are genuinely delusional. I think there are good people out there, everyone. Might not be you, alright? But Jesus, the through line in almost all of them is essentially, it's just either it's information on how to play your hero, or if it's something with an opinion about the state of the game, it's generally appealing to the frustrations you have anecdotally on the hero. Usually this comes across as, please buff my hero. Everyone else gets to be broken. Why not mine? And make everyone else bad. In a general sense. There's a lot of also the subculture of support mains bad or DPS mains bad or whatever, and they should have it worse than us, etc. That happens a lot too. It's just it's not a good place to have discussions about like actual stuff to do with making changes. It rarely is. You can definitely discern a lot of frustrations that players have. I think it's a really good place for them, but usually a terrible place for suggestions. Please watch through the whole video to avoid possible rage bait. W? I've been playing DD since launch, since I'm like 15-ish levels away from champion status, and at first I kind of disregarded Gal's opinion. Now, while there are things I disagree with him on, I almost turned my ears off. I mean, this was going to happen, yeah. I heard him out, and despite his soft slander of a boy, he sadly has a little bit of a point here. Daredevil's combos are chain, dash, cross, chain, cross. Or the same combo, but you swap out a chain or two with the throw, then rinse and repeat. Like he said, there's not a lot of skill expression there mechanically to differentiate the average Joe and a true lawyer. All there is to DD is the basic combo variation, and then everything else is game sense. Oh my god, this is spot on! If people can separate themselves from the emotional reaction, I feel like you will probably arrive at this point. Now, is DD technically fine as he is? Yeah, he is. He's not in dire need of buffs or anything. Am I proposing a whole new rework into 300 combo variations like with Spider-Man or some hell no. I like Matt the way he is. However, I do think he could benefit from having his righteous cross in a different keybind. That's interesting. They allowed us to do that for his deflect, so I don't think it'd be too much work to separate cross as well. That is interesting. We'll allow for more combo and movement freedom, seeing as right now DD's options after using Fury are either melee or cross, which is kind of boring. I do like that. That's just my 2 cents though. What do you all think about DD's combo potential? I don't think he should have an opinion on this when he doesn't play the hero. Fuck me. I knew it. Well, that's one. I should have made a bingo card. I won't go to replies just yet. I think we just go to the general gist of If he is referring to the way he was released, then I can see his point. The bug made Toss do more damage than intended, but if he thinks the whole playstyle now is brain dead, I completely disagree. This is going to be, we go into game sense, isn't it? He absolutely takes skill. He's very punishing. If you don't reflect at the right moment, he'll get pushed away. I mean, sure, you have to position yourself with a getaway plan and more. He is not easy. I mean, like, the defensive cooldown in your rotation has to be timed well. Yes. I mean, I say the same for Iron Fist at this point. He's not easy. Saying fantastic is harder as rage bait. That's just dumb. That's social media now. I mean, I could just say this about you playing Fant. The skill floor of Fantastic is lower. Just. There is mechanical minutiae that you need to get over the hump of to start making Daredevil work that isn't exactly there on Mr. Fant. But if we're both playing into poke in a semi-decent rank, Daredevil is having it easier at the general mechanical skill at that rank. It's just a fact. Whatever Gallus is saying is absolute BS, and you can just tell this dude doesn't play the character whatsoever. Almost like it doesn't bias me towards him. He doesn't know anything about him. Don't forget he mains Fantastic, by the way. This video is just BS clip farming. Then respond to my points if they're so dumb, idiot. Minor spelling mistake. I thought that was about me for a second. Holy shit. Okay. I disagree. There's always decision making when it comes to melee dive characters. There has to be. Yes, right? Which makes it a shame that he functions the same as the others, who, to be honest, don't have as many tools to become interesting. There is enormous potential in this hero design, and it is flatlined by the level of power in his kit. Slam and toss are that fucking good, and there isn't enough of a difference to them. I don't care if the toss has to be... You have to think about, oh, it might disperse between targets a couple times, or there might be a sweet spot. Guys, when you ult and walk in, 99% of you engaging in this discussion don't care about differentiating them, and if you are, you're focusing on the wrong shit. It's target priority at that point. These two abilities don't separate themselves enough, right? And this hero has needed a nerf. By nerfing the shields on the toss and a tiny bit of damage more, a little bit of damage more on the slam, you differentiate them, open up the combo skill expression of this hero, and then there are way more better DD players and way more worse DD players, and you can tell them apart and kill two birds with one stone, and making this hero more interesting, more of what the design could have been, whilst nerfing him. Timing, target priority, and cooldown awareness are skills every player needs. I'm glad you acknowledge it. But these are tenfold when applied to heroes like him. There are lots of heroes like him, and they don't have wall hacks. I honestly don't find myself using toss very often. I mean, like, we can just make the... I'm also making the argument that the abilities are too similar. I don't find myself using toss very often. Great. So then I'm just saying, okay, slam, cross, slam, cross, slam, cross, and we're back at my argument. If you're using Chain effectively, you will be building more shield and doing more damage overall. He has a low skill floor, but a high skill ceiling, like most melee heroes. Yep, so it would be nice if he functioned different to most melee heroes. Problem with removing shields from throws that DD's hitbox is actually really big. He's the same size as Emma for reference. He has shields on his Fury abilities for that reason, since he's pretty easy to hit if you're competent at aiming. I agree we could have a bit more skill expression, but I like the point here is that if you want the staying power to stay in, you cannot have the threat. It's been too much. Just because they have taken so long to change him at all, and it was minor, does not mean he's in a good spot right now. Just because the community is so burnt out, the state of poke right now, anything seems reasonable. DD is not in a good spot. I don't think removing shields from the throw is the answer. To be clear, I'm also cool with reducing shields from throw by half. Or making it even a bit lower than that. He already generates less shields from throw compared to chain. We're in the 1% where it doesn't matter. Not by a lot. Like, who cares? The real issue is that throws faster than chain is AoE and only generates like 30 less shields. Either chain needs to generate more shields to be worth using, or it needs to come out faster. It needs to be the survivability move. I mean, we can make chain the lethality move and toss the survivability move, I guess. Which, you know, you actually could make an argument for, I guess, because toss can affect stuff outside of that slam range. To make him a bit less punished by poke, I guess. And it comes out faster. So I guess if we made toss the shield ability to like stay in, stall, etc., draw attention, blah, 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 could be an argument for that. Would also maybe make it more punishing to use chain slam though, because it's slower, right? And this is also why I said toss cross, toss cross, toss cross, because Daredevil players who play him, apparently I know nothing about him, use toss and cross during the ult when they're hard diving because it's faster. The only way losing shields on his throw would make sense is if they give him more evasion, either through a double jump or some other mechanic, and then his chain would need to come out faster to fully justify that. No. Just time it better, bro. Like half of you were already saying. Hold on. Where's my music at? Do you think DD's Fury should slowly recharge so he feels less clunky, but he also gets like one Fury for each of his abilities instead of 2? What's the differentiation between Bat and Shane? I feel like this dude needs some downtime. His shields would be less of a problem if he doesn't have any infinite cooldowns. Yeah, maybe. I'd be okay with that. Chain should generate more hit shields if hit accurately. Toss shield generation should be reduced, but if you bounce between like 4 to 6 people, you get more shields than 100% accuracy slam on one person. I love that. So there's an argument for using toss on a wide group, even though you completely disperse and ruin your damage because you get even more survivability. I really like that. I actually think that's a great suggestion. This came across my feed the other day, and it's a genuinely really stupid video. He has no idea what he's talking about. Thinking about the guy who posted his Rusty DD gameplay yesterday where he wiped 3 squishies, and I had to watch the video like 15 times and watch his cooldowns to understand what the fuck he was doing to be able to bat and throw like 8 times in a row. I mean, I broke it down. I could tell you what it was doing. By the way, the bit... Oh, great. The inputs argument. Yep. Uh-huh. We're at the Spidey-Man's era of logic. Guys, I had a high APM, so this, and this is justified. True, I think we should just extend that being okay to Hitscan players as well. Try button mashing and see how you explode at high elo immediately, especially after nerfs where you need a melee weave for the most optimal results. Oh no, I need a melee... I'm sorry. If you've had mechanical competency on a finicky hero in a hero shooter before, it probably takes you about... I think if you're really good, maybe 3 hours, and then it goes towards like maybe 10 to get your head around it. But melee weaving is like, bro... I put it on here. I put it on here. It just comes out. It comes out. Past that, you're min-maxing a tiny bit. And at that point, it's like, I guess you can argue for min-maxing it harder than that, but everyone else in the lobby is just timing their engages better because that's way more significant for securing a win. And then they get the win. And you're like, oh, but I had this APM. Okay. The thing about Gallus is that he's always wrong. Why doesn't he just choose to be right, like us DD mains? I mean, yeah, I do like what some of the people are saying who like fuck, it might have been a chat I was reading actually. I mean, they seem to get it for the most part. I disagree. There's always decision making when it comes to melee dive heroes, blah, blah, blah. If you use chain effectively, you'll be building more shield and doing more damage overall. He has to say, I don't even know if this agrees with me, but he says hard disagree. Poster gets it. Hitscan apparently used to be there because gaming systems couldn't handle projectile for bullets. But that was a long time ago, so I wonder why Hitscan still exists. Gallus, what could be the reason MR has it? It's just like an industry standard thing. They just put it in. It's also because of high movement characters, I guess, could be your technical argument. It's like you kind of just need something that works responsively on demand like that to deal damage to them, like hit a Spidey, basically. I don't know about nerfing his Fury per ability now. I think he still has that good staying power. If you nerfed it further and he has to rotate out, you might actually need to make the shield generation in the meantime stronger. How about Gambit cops it first? How about they all cop it? Lord Farquaad? My god. People are complaining that their melee combo DPS with high damage, high survivability, broad potential, dive potential, AoE burst potential, single target burst potential, shield on cooldown, deflection, block, and wall hacks is too punishing. Like, guys, welcome to Marvel Rivals. Yes, bullets are the strongest thing in the game right now. Like, you're not unique. Like, to be honest, I think most of the people who genuinely care about what I'm saying here are probably the Daredevils that might be bad at him. There's a few of them in here who won't. There's a good amount of them who will. And you're going to cop a nerf at some point, or we just keep accelerationism in the game. Talk is cheap. Picking this hero and trying not to get blasted by poke DPS and connecting the chain combo is more difficult. Stolen Valor is where we're at. His kit might look easy, but being able to dive perfectly in a poke-favoring game is just too much. I know. Thank God you have the ability to see where everyone is through walls at all times and stage perfectly because of that. Wall climb, by the way, too. And you can hang there. And mobility. And overshield generation. And a deflect. And a second dash. And a dash reset. Should I keep going? On top of that, flyers are forever out of your reach. Has anyone here described something to do with Daredevil? Add that buttload of nerfs currently, along with these few dumbass devs are going to make in a few seasons. Well, they touched 25 HP. He really lost a lot of that grit a little while ago, and that was... And then what was the damage nerf he got? Nothing burger unless you're going against the S+ tier meta hit scans. Okay. Instead of nerfing the hit scans too, like, okay. I don't think you should have an opinion on this when he doesn't play the hero. Chats, how many heroes do you think Geong plays? Not that I'm defending the balance patches. Probably not 40 plus. DD can easily take care of flyers. From my experience, no character makes me feel more immortal than DD. I feel like I can win every single fight. Yeah, that's why you're off winning the fights, not on the DD main subreddit. What are your thoughts on training? Been up in the Blue Mountains this week in Yarra Vidadan, training my strict Bolivs in the art of Smith. What are you saying? DD is strong, yes. I mean, Brawl Dive and Adam. DD isn't button mashing, though. He has combos and a good skill requirement. DD is strong because other heroes are strong. DD is stronger because DD is strong. He's got to be the most generalist of all the divers, and he's good at all of what he does. I'm sorry, but he quite literally is button mashing. There is not a meaningful decision tree within his slam and toss cross melee combos. It's like, yes, oh my god, it's high APM. Yeah, guys, there was some mechanical skill involved. I get it. All right. This is why I brought up it wasn't this video. I'll bring up another video. Hold on. Cover the hotfix. Where was the Phoenix analogy from? Did I even post that? Hold the phone. Maybe I haven't posted it yet. Okay, I'll just make the analogy here. Look, man. Yes, there is some mechanical skill involved with executing Daredevil's mid-fight combos. There's not a meaningful decision tree, and I think there's a lot more potential with the hero, and I was let down when he was released, and he's still in that state. It is like saying Hitscan's justified as it is, or we should even buff them because it's hard to aim. That takes a lot of mechanical skill, whilst erasing the rest of the conversation around it. Like, wasn't the point. Yeah, it's hard to aim. It's also super forgiving to exist as Phoenix, as Hela, as Elsa. Overshields, mobility, self-heal, fantastic ults, low recoil, low reload, high fire rate, great damage, high clip size. Like, all of these things. Daredevil. No downtime. Overshield. Mobility. Wall hacks. Verticality. Is this going to become a DD is easy part 2? Do we do that? I haven't recorded any of this. A huge Marvel Comics nerd, and I don't think there could have been a worse interpretation of the Matt Murdock power fantasy. Thank you, bro! Need to make heroes less forgiving, such as DD and Bucky, for example. Exactly, right? The only through line I'm getting in terms of that, right, is the current power state of Daredevil. Seemingly is like, oh, but he needs that. Guys, he shouldn't need that. That's the point. The hero design that I think has the source is being brutalized by the state of balance and needing that. Needing all this survivability. Needing that uptime. I think you could see, I'm going to be honest, bro. A good Daredevil looks so similar across so many ranks. Why are we talking about DD and not the broken hair scans? Because of the current subject matter. I've been talking about hit scans. What character would you say has proper balance? Oof. Everything has been juiced up, and there were some heroes that were probably okay. Season 2-ish, maybe 3. I almost want to say Strange. I think he's a little bit above where he should be, but he's probably not going to get nerfs for ages. Oh, that's not true. They could do a 50 shield nerf to him or something useless. I feel like Rocket used to be in a good state before the 40% amp again. I was disappointed. I wanted him to just be the damage boost ult, not a defensive one. A while ago, that was a problem with his design I was having. Yeah, Rocket a while back. Honestly, last patch's Storm before buffs, I think she didn't need to be touched. Like, Solid had their niche, had their uses, overshadowed by current meta that needed to be dealt with through balance. Like, and definitely had a place if you bop the meta on the head. What do you rate Rogue's difficulty? Pretty high. I think it's also the sheer requirement, not necessarily of like executing the combos and everything, but it is kind of difficult. It's more so how immobile she is in particular. She takes up a tank slot and she's getting punished by poke constantly. It's like, I feel like the game sense and positioning requirement on her requires more than other heroes. I think Fantastic is use more to be viable because I see a ton of people downplaying him. I think he needs more skill ceiling stuff in his kit in general. Rate my play from Bacon. Are you going to bed? Good night. You too. But this is my video, but the stupidest thing is the fact that Bucky was meta and then they gave him the overshield buff. Yeah. What about Adam and Mr. F? What do you mean? I think we really cooked with this one. What have you sent in? Where is it? What am I looking for, bro? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, bro. Let's see it.
If the body...
I'm live right now, man. Your bio on the left says Adam and Mr. F. Yeah, play them.
If the body blue bang bus crashes into us, crashes into your side. To Jeep by your side is such a heavenly way.
Okay, don't just replay it, bro. Like, no.
I'll die by your side. Looking at pictures of feet.
Get out of my sight. Reban John. He doesn't even need a nerf. He's easy to counter, in my opinion. That is not what determines what needs a nerf. You're right about the fact that DD shouldn't need all of this to be viable all around. We just need a balance patch that nerfs everyone and adjusts all numbers. Still, if only DD got nerfed. Yeah, but no one's saying that. Do you like boys? We should win a Grammy for that? You should win a band for that. I feel like Daredevil could use more skill expression. My video calling Daredevil easy. I gotta reload it. Alright. Easy. He's the button mash. Daredevil is easy. My video calling Daredevil easy got the attention of the Daredevil Marvel Rivals subreddit. This should be good. Actually, very charitable poster, which is crazy. Please watch through the whole video to avoid possible rage bait. Obviously, the intro is rage bait. Say that right now. Welcome to the game. I would hope people watch it all the way through. Pretty obvious that people who would browse a subreddit like this regularly are probably not going to engage with or appreciate the video. Just straight up. We're pretty much selecting for people not in here, to be honest. If there are people in here who watch it and hear what I have to say, I feel like there are a few of them who get what I'm saying. I also clarify my position to one of the comments that I found was having an issue with it early on. That was like the top. I've been playing DD since launch and I'm like 15-ish levels away from champion status. At first I kind of disregarded his opinion. I heard him out, and despite his soft slander of our boy, he sadly has a little bit of a point here. Daredevil's combos are chain, dash, cross, chain, cross. Or the same combo, but you swap out a chain or two with throw, then rinse and repeat. Like he said, there's not a lot of skill expression there mechanically. To differentiate the average Joe and a true lawyer, all there is to DD is the basic combo variation, and then everything else is game sense. This is 100% true. To be honest, I feel like no one responds to what bro is saying here, because this is spot on. Now, is DD technically fine as he is? Yeah, he is. He's not in dire need of buffs or anything. Am I proposing a whole new rework into 300 combo variations like with Spider-Man or some shit? Hell no. Me neither. I like Matt the way he is. However, I do think he could benefit from having his Righteous Cross on a different keybind. I like this suggestion. He's just suggesting moving Righteous Cross to a different key, which is cool. I don't think he should have an opinion on this when he doesn't play the hero. This is so outside of the realm of reasonable. That's unreal. But you got to pick and choose what you respond to, basically, when people are essentially set against disagreeing, and they will likely fumble their way through whatever response they felt when they first saw it. It'd probably be difficult to get the actual position of these people relative to mine out. I feel like if I was able to sit down with any of these people and pass out exactly what our positions were, we probably meet in the middle, if at best not completely agree. If he's referring to the way he released, I can see his point. The bug made Toss do more damage than intended. Not what I was referring to, though. If he thinks the whole playstyle now is brain dead, I completely disagree. He absolutely takes skill. He's very punishing if you don't reflect at the right moment or get pushed away. You have to position yourself with a getaway plan, and more here is not easy. Saying fantastic is harder as rage bait. That's just dumb, but that's social media now. What do I respond to in this? Yeah, they need to differentiate the slam and the toss. I don't think he actually passes out the difference between the slam and the toss here, and then just reverts to talking about the playstyle, which is sure, I guess, but I guess we abandoned that point. I'm not going to go through everything on every comment. He absolutely takes skill. He's very punishing if you don't reflect at the right moment. Sounds like someone on the front line, which, by the way, you're getting away with, but you just need a time. Sure. It can be difficult. I get it. Like a lot of heroes. You have to position yourself with a getaway plan, and more he is not easy. I still disagree with that. Saying fantastic is harder as rage bait. Play against the same competent players that are shutting down Daredevil so comprehensively that a lot of people are talking about on Mr. Ref in a decent rank, and you will understand who has it easier. In my experience, DD is more about positioning and timing than any other character I play. It's like they're so close to getting it. Yes! He's not... Well, I mean... Ever played Panther? I can pick up Daredevil and win. I can't do the same for Fanta. Thank you. This hero gets exorbitant value from timing because you have the best staging and timing tool. Wall hacks, vertical mobility, wall climb, holding onto walls, that little web of tools, mainly the wall hacks. Yeah, timing gets you a lot of value. Whatever Gallus is saying is absolute BS, and you can just tell this dude doesn't play the character whatsoever. He doesn't know anything about him. He's also saying this to the poster, by the way. Don't forget he means fantastic, by the way. This video is just BS clip farming. Then engage with what I'm saying. I disagree, and then we pretty much agree on what he says. There is always decision-making when it comes to melee/dive characters. There has to be. It's intrinsic to these characters. Timing, target prior, and cooldown awareness are skills every player needs. But these are tenfold when applied to heroes like him. I honestly don't find myself using toss very often. If you... That's my point. If you're using chain effectively, you'll be building more shield and doing more damage overall. He has a low skill floor, but a high skill ceiling like most melee heroes. You can apply this logic to Wanda. Timing, target prio, cooldown awareness. Like, I'm going to be real, probably more so than Daredevil. You've got your 2 little dashes. She's not generating infinity shields. Limited resource on the right click, right? Limited DPS potential on the left click. Timing's got to be way stricter. You've got to have the game plan. Honestly, there's a bit more playstyle there as well. You can be the attention draining playstyle, or you can actually be trying to get kills, and then executing the ult is going to be way more difficult. Jesus. And then saying, don't use TOS very often. Yeah, differentiate the abilities. There's a lot of source in this hero design, and it's held back by the level of balance, the state of balance. I don't know what Gallus is on, but I for one don't think DD is an easy character. I do, however, think he should have more combo variation depending on whether or not to use chain or throw isn't really combining. It's just the same game sense based decision making. Thank you. Like, guys, once you meet the mechanical requirements that are fairly low on this hero relative to a lot of other heroes in the game, you are essentially playing the game top down. Like, that's it. From a bird's eye perspective, like an RTS. That's it. And there is some really cool stuff in his kit that has enormous potential for the moment-to-moment third-person shooter stuff. And I think that is held back by the fact that his numbers are juiced up so much that there is not enough differentiating between some of the abilities in his kit, the fact that he can just stay in and kind of roll his face over the keyboard, which is true. Like, oh, I need a weave in melee now. Fucking congratulations. First time? Like, he has a lot of variations, way more than most melee characters. I also don't want him to be overly complex like Spidey. Is the lot of variations cross slam, cross toss, cross slam, cross toss? A-B? Wow. Also don't want him to be overly complex like Spidey. Sure, there's a lot of tech. He has a lot of movement tech like righteous cross weaving. Not to do with what I'm talking about. I have 140 hours on him and he's just perfect, man. I'm constantly learning. I've been playing him since he's dropped one, tricking him. Well, I guess that settles it. He should never be nerfed. That's it. Problem with removing shields from throwers that DD's hitbox is actually really big. I'm okay with this, right? But you get shields off slam, so what are we talking about? The same size as Emma. He needs shields on his Fury abilities for that reason, since he's pretty easy to hit. I agree you could have a bit more skill expression, but I don't think removing shields from his throw is the answer. He already generates less shields for throw compared to chain. I mean, real issue is throw is faster than chain is AoE and only generates like 30 less shields. Either chain needs to generate more to be worth using, or it needs to come out faster. Can you imagine chain generating more? Most of the DDs that you are playing against, and the reason he's getting nerfed, don't care this much. It's not even this far in. Like, guys, this is the last 1% of value you're getting because you one-trick the hero, and doesn't really have a lot of bearing on the entire ecosystem of the game. And also, still less skill expression than differentiating them harder and removing shields from the toss. Like, I'm sorry, bro. He doesn't get to have it all. It's going to feel worse, yes. It's just going to have to be that way. You're liking the game for the problems that something brings to the game. If you differentiate these abilities harder, it is a more significant decision branch to choose between cross and slam. Sorry, slam and toss. That's just it. If I can't have it all, I'm throwing. True. The only way losing shields on his throw would make sense if they gave him more evasion. No, it wouldn't. Either through a double jump or some other mechanic, and even then his chain would need to come out faster to fully justify that. Then slam? Thinking about the guy who posted his Rusty D. Oh, this was something else. I wouldn't take opinion from this guy seriously. Played with against him multiple times. He always looks fantastic and only swap at the very end. If not swapping at all after doing nothing. Doesn't communicate with the team until the end, only to talk trash. He's just one of those season 1.5, 2.5 eternity you got there, but playing fuck ton, and now he thinks it's better than ever. No, even he struggles in low celestial. Real. PS haven't played with against him in a while, so okay, Jesus fucking Christ, then don't say that. Guys, I guess they should have introduced a rank system, right? Had people climb it to top 500, and then select the devs from that and have them make the game before it was made. Do we see the problem here? Guys, rank does not correlate with good takes on design or balance. It just fucking doesn't. You can get some good qualitative data from high rank players, absolutely. Usually they communicate it poorly. I do not do it with a holistic approach for the health of the entire ecosystem of the game, especially across ranks. That has nothing to do with rank whatsoever, especially a one-tricks rank. Almost no one out there cares about the actual health of the entire game. This was just a piece about, to be honest, me personally, kind of disappointed with the state of Daredevil because I was quite excited for the hero, and I wanted it to feel more like he was one of those dynamic melee combo heroes, and he just isn't. Rogue is. Do you see the difference between these two? There isn't enough differentiation between toss and slam. One player could be in, spamming both, and really the reason they end up dying maybe is one extra toss over a slam in a cluster of 5, but you'd first look at the timing. It just doesn't matter, man. In conclusion, DD is easy to learn and viable all around. He requires good game sense and is really fun, but he's OP to many and unfun to fight against. We need to adjust all hero numbers. Absolutely! I really think a lot of characters are fine, but the big three, Hella, Bucky, Phoenix, and the support balancing is the root of all issues. I mean, Elsa. Some tanks at this point. But yeah. Rogue feels way more than even though she's not always the best pick. The dynamic melee stuff isn't there. Daredevil is more about diving and staying in because he's repeatedly refreshing his uptime. And it's not that I feel like I'm using melee combos. I don't think that's been captured. I think it's in the kit. I think the level of balance gatekeeps it. What's the difference between using toss and slam? The point I'm making is it doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter. In these fringe 2% of cases. If you min-maxed everything of the other abilities, which is a little bit disingenuous, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Everything else you're doing in that situation is more important. Anyway, back to the first comment. I don't think he should have an opinion on this and why when he doesn't play the hero. I feel like you've got to extrapolate a lot to fully respond to this. I guess if you don't play every hero in the game, you actually can't have an opinion on the game. We say that's thus fair. So really we can't take any Daredevil players or OTP's opinion because, well, they don't know what every other hero in the game has it like. Like it's a non-starter. Ignore the DD mains on this Reddit, please. I mean, I already said it at the start. I've said it with the Adam main sub. Adam's my second most played. All the main subs. This is essentially you can get good information on how to play a hero, or usually they're a hotbed of complaints, wanting their hero to be better, etc. Usually it's where a lot of the frustrations or stuff you get shut down by go to fester. And there's also a lot of that subculture of support players bad, they always have it good, or DPS players babies, blah, 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 they should have it bad all the time. There's all of that like community infighting that gets accelerated in these subs as well. Usually it's a bad spot to talk about balance. It always happens. Happened with the Adam sub, all they want is buffs, 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 buffs. There's a bit of memes in there about wanting stuff for skins, whatever, but Adam mains constantly want buffs. They just don't like the hero. They don't know how to play him. that's kind of just what it is. Adam just keeps getting buffed. He's past breaking point, and if he ever has a niche carved out for him, he's going to dominate that niche until he receives 10 nerfs. He's way past good. It's just meta relevance. Like, I play that hero, see how I can differentiate, you know, my bias towards that. I think Adam was great 5 buffs ago. Like, doesn't need more, don't do more. There's frustrations I have on the hero, still dies to dive with flight. You know, can still lose to Hitscan despite all this sustain, etc, etc. Alt's still hard to get value on, you know, because it's not a circle healing ult, whatever. It's like, I mean, if you guys are a passionate community about a hero, then learn to play it. Get over those humps with your skill. Like, this is just that, bro. I would prefer Adam get nerfed as well, because sometimes average Joes pick him up and get flat easy value because they keep making a lot of stuff skill floor dead easy. That's it. All right. Hello, Sparky. They complain for the same reason OTP Invis complain. They climb fast thinking they were good when they hit their peak and didn't know what to do. I mean, yeah. Anyway. You mentioned Strange earlier. Do you think they kind of misled us with the test in Gamma? Maybe. Changing Invis and Luna's ult so they aren't transcendences, and we'd see more variation in 222. Yep. Adam's had 12 buffs, 1 nerf. Yep. Idea of no opinion because you don't play completely dismisses game sense and knowledge. It's like, guys, if they introduce a hero that is busted OP dominating everything, what are we going to do? Oh, you don't play the hero. What do you know? How many Gambit players were around in Season 5? He was always banned. No one was a Gambit player. Can we agree on Gambit? Yes, we fucking can. Whoop-de-doo. Like... All right. Oh. But I mean, that was like... That was super tame, to be honest. For every like, for comments and shit, that was kind of... It was either like dismissal rage or kind of missing the point, which is probably par for the course. Oh, who was it that suggested Rouse videos? Oh boy, I don't know if I turn these into something or record it, but I'll see.
When I coach melee,
oh boy.
When I coach melee players, the biggest myth that I hear is that they think Hitscan counters them. Hitscan.
Oh boy. But oh my god, the smoker is just blasting it, bro. Try to open the window, like... There's no winning, I'm just gonna boil in here. Alright.
When I coach melee players, the biggest myth that I hear is that they think Hitscan counters them. Hitscan doesn't counter melee, it punishes bad engages.
I should let it play? This can just be said as a rule for anything to do with dive, basically. Like, guys, there are enough dive heroes in this game that you can assemble a dive comp and do a 500 HP bomb where everyone dives at the same time and nothing can survive. It exists in the game right now. There are enough heroes for it. Like, they didn't limit how many AoE spam slop abilities you can layer on top of each other in neutral if you do an actually coordinated dive. It's there. Not the point.
That Hitscan absolutely dominates long range.
All engages are bad engages then?
Marvel Rivals isn't like Overwatch. Maps typically don't have long sightlines that are forced, and
I went off when I looked at his video about the current meta, Hitscan meta, and then he starts talking about how he's a Hitscan player, and I was like, this is why he thinks we have it good right now. He did not just say this. We are literally playing in corridors without cover non-stop. This map literally forces Hitscan so hard. Every map, sorry. This game forces Hitscan. I'm only 10 seconds in.
Overwatch. Maps typically don't have long sightlines that are forced. In fact, most maps have 3 lanes with tons of angles and cover, which aims towards the melee's advantage.
So like on Clintar symbiotic surface attack, right? How there's 3 lanes. There's the one side door, right? On the left. So 1.5 lanes. And then there's the deep flank on the right that you need to take a self-sufficient hero to walk down for 20 seconds. And a competent hitscan player can move when you do that. That one? Yeah.
Once the melee closes the distance, the ball is in the hitscan player's court to hit difficult shots up close.
Unless they stun you.
And yes, landing hitscan shots under pressure is difficult. When you
Good.
get on them, a countdown timer starts because let's be honest, melee has generous hitboxes.
He's not using magic. Melee also has generous hitboxes for hitting them. And he's hitting the Hela with magic who has fall off on her sword.
Typically, the first argument is going to be all hit scans have a movement ability and a stun. But let's not be disingenuous, melee characters have better mobility and typically an ability to deal with those stuns. Iron
Using both of these heroes to demonstrate this is a terrible decision. Iron Fist has no telegraph. He decides when the guard comes up, and the biggest sound cue, pretty much the only significant one, is when you already hit his guard. Hela, on the other hand, throws out the stun super fast. There's no telegraph for either of these. They're both poorly designed.
Iron Fist block, Daredevil block, Panther's insane speed making it hard to land stuns, Spider-Man same
While this is true, I played Bucky Season 1, man. You still hook the guy half the time.
thing, and he rarely ever touches the ground. This is where most people get it wrong. They think that poke is the problem, but it isn't. Dive played correctly counters poke. The problem
Yes, layering 4 heroes smashing into someone's face does tend to work in sending them to spawn. Dive will be a problem if we only nerf poke. I'm going to say this because they power corrupt a lot of the heroes, Venom in particular.
Problem is poor engagement, attacking from main, not anticipating stuns, and the most common one that I see is going in too early. The first
Anticipate stuns how? You notice how he's... Never
person
mind.
who engages becomes the focus of the enemy team, and you don't want that as a melee player. Take an angle or height and then wait for pressure. Then collapse.
Like, this is the point though. Take an angle or height and wait for pressure, whilst you are for free in the position that needs to be aggressed through cooldown usage or long staging and then likely cooldown usage just to reach you. You're pumping out value. And then you might still win the one.
Collapse on the hit scan when they're distracted or waste a cooldown.
Not because it's hard to hit them, because of your kit.
That's where Hulk, Venom, Angela are so valuable in dive and melee comps. They take the focus away and give the melee an easy engage. I always hear Hulk players complaining how much CC they get hit by. That's
WB
kind
hop.
of the point. They eat all of the CC, that way the duelist doesn't have to deal with it.
I actually agree with that. I don't think Hulk should have ever been CC immune. Or like, people have asked for Unstoppable. Definitely not Unstoppable. I don't like the passive he has now in Hulk. I think Hulk, yeah, like, look, it's kind of the thing, man. You have a lot of HP and you can eat all of that CC, bro. Like, it's still an immense value.
Issue is most melee players get superhero syndrome and fail to play as a team.
I feel like it's easy to look down on melee players from a Hitscan perspective as people with superhero syndrome because you literally dog walk them for very little effort because your position is, frankly, on a pedestal.
Playstyles are difficult. Hitscan has a higher mechanical skill ceiling, and melee has a higher game sense skill ceiling.
I think in a hyper vacuum, I guess, it depends on the melee hero. I feel like Rogue is good, as an example, to go against that. The issue I have with saying this in this game is A, there's movement acceleration, but B, all of the hit scans, we might say maybe no for Punisher, but then the rest of his kit is more easy and forgiving. The hit scan heroes in this game...
Playstyles are difficult. Hitscan has a higher mechanical skill
are very forgiving heroes. All hypermobile, they're self-sufficient, can go on flanks, right? Insane 1v1 potential, phenomenal ults, high clip size, high fire rate, no recoil, fast reload. All of these things, man. For AIM heroes, he came from Overwatch, so did I. You know better.
skill ceiling, and melee has a higher game sense skill ceiling. And before you say melee has
like GM2 runner, bro, I've been flickering in and out of GM as I barely play, right? Struggling against Hitscan every game.
complex combos. I was told the yo-yo combo on Spider-Man was one of the hardest combos for a melee character in the game. So here's a clip of me learning it in just 30 minutes with
this. Spot on. I'm sorry. I just don't care that much about your individual APM combo that cost you a little bit of time to learn and it's finicky and awkward to execute mid-fight. Like, welcome to the game. This is, I mean, like, the Spidey mains that say this shit. Like, yeah, bro, hero hard. Hero hard, high APM. Doesn't mean you just win for free, bro. Not what being part of a fucking multiplayer game is.
less than that on the hero since Rivals released. Obviously, it's going to be much harder to hit in game, but my point is 30 minutes on a combo can teach you it. 30 minutes on aim is just a warm-up. You may also argue that the Hitscan can just play with their supports and get heals. Well, then you did your job, because the main value that Hitscan brings is taking off angles and creating pressure. If they're forced to play on main with their team, they lose value. Now,
not as much as everyone else.
of course, there's going to be matchups that Melee struggles against. Bucky, Elsa, Namor, Loki. But that's how hero shooters work. No matter how easy or hard a character is, there shouldn't be a hero that can handle every situation. Sometimes you have to swap.
Oh my god, you can't say that you play the hit scans. Rao, what are you doing, bro? Punisher sits on backline with shotgun. Diving is impossible. If a Hela sits on backline, diving is impossible. If a Phoenix sits on backline, diving is impossible. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you just explode, man. Engagement bait. This is a through line I'm seeing in several videos now. Do we go to another one?
Everyone thinks Hela and Phoenix are broken. High hit scan damage.
Dude, come on. Me when I have to swap off Hitscan because, rank 1 players are punch shotgun only. Yeah, we lost to him.
damage,
in
mobility,
the Bassam tournament, the first one.
and a stun. On
Unless it's someone else.
paper, pretty good. But those abilities exist for a reason.
Let's go
Everyone thinks Hela and Phoenix are broken. High hit scan damage, mobility, and a stun. On paper, pretty good. But those abilities exist for a reason. They're what allow those heroes to take off angles.
This is like saying, yeah, but Invis is just going to explode to dive if she can't self-shield. Patty cake, 1. 2, good?
Hela specifically isn't built to sit on main and shoot tanks. She's designed to pressure fights from the side.
Now, Hela players are catching on to this, which is making her so much more oppressive. It also has been besides the point for so long, because you get free insane value on main, but you are getting a lot more by going on flanks. People are finally catching on to that a year into the game. Let's not pretend you're not getting value on main. You are trying to outcompete the other hitscan players taking angles. You're not outcompeting the other heroes doing stuff. That's just it. Oh, this hitscan player is taking more angles and putting more pressure into the backline than I am, so me shooting tanks is looking worse and worse. Absolutely it is. But you're competing against the other hitscans.
In the moment that you take an off angle in a hero shooter, you're isolated. If someone pushes you, you have to take that fight alone. That's
Let's see how he justifies this.
exactly why they have a stun. Without those tools, they couldn't survive on the off angles.
Yeah, except you can also run away. Ugh. You can anticipate them coming. That anticipation thing you talked about with the stuns, let's remove the stun. You can anticipate them coming. You can damage them before they reach you, and you can run away and create more space to hit more shots, and your shots are the most lethal thing in the game. What are we talking about?
They'd be forced to play on main like a certain hero, Punisher. And the Punisher is a perfect example of this. He has almost 50% more damage per second than either of them. But no one complains about Punisher. And it's not because he doesn't have a stun.
Now, that ult needs a look. That shotgun needs a look. That primary needs a look. He needs to be B tier.
It's because Punisher can't take off angles. If he isolates and gets dove, he's cooked. You always know.
This is also a bit besides the point of Punisher because he's literally built to get exotic levels of value on main. Like, they gave him the turret and 40 rounds in his clip.
Know where he is right in front of you. And because of that, he feels fair. So let's start with Phoenix.
He can zipline out. He also has no staying power, right? Phoenix Elsa do.
Phoenix is an S tier character right now, but that rating doesn't come from her 1v1 potential. She's S tier versus grouped up comps where she can constantly cycle sparks. When teams
I can smell a prime sub.
Thank you for the prime Ulas. Can I get a W Ulas?
stick together, they're playing into her strength. And I don't know if you're ready for this, but Hela is at best a high B tier hero.
Oh! I miss playing Alien. That hurt me a bit. Guys, everyone else just doesn't play Hela, so they shouldn't have an opinion on it.
Which actually puts her not far above Iron Fist and below heroes like
Hela isn't in top 5 DPS ATM. Okay, so she's high A.
best a high B tier hero, which
actually
puts her not far above Iron Fist and below heroes like Spider-Man and DD. And I actually agree, Phoenix shouldn't have a stun on her AoE damage.
Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, God.
She's not a true off-angler like Hela, but Hela would...
She's not a true off-angler like Hela. What are we doing? Did anyone notice Star-Lord's place in the roster get usurped by Phoenix when she was released? Because she can go in all the spots he does, Mr. Mobile, Mr. Mid-Range Hitscan Mobile Hero, who goes on angles religiously. Yeah.
Would be borderline useless if she didn't have a stun or mobility. Her
Good. Blade's borderline useless. Everyone would like to see more of him and less of her. These things can be okay.
Damage is not impressive. It only feels that way because of the 2-tap breakpoint, which, mind you, doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't feel that, it feels that way because of the 2-tap breakpoint, which doesn't happen very often, thus it's not because of the 2-tap breakpoint.
Pro players crit about 20% of the time and only hit about 50% of their shots.
Exactly, so it's not the breakpoint.
That's only 1 headshot every 10 shots, hence why she needs the stun. So why do these
Not why she needs the stun. She doesn't need the stun to then meet that breakpoint. What are we talking about? She doesn't need the breakpoint.
heroes feel oppressive? It's because you play like a coward and play right into their strengths.
You play like a coward. I know he knows how to word it for engagement. All right. I know. But you can't seriously be someone who plays Hela and say someone else is a coward. All right. Don't do that.
Most players default to the easiest playstyle, which is Brawl. It's comfortable.
Easiest playstyle, which is Brawl. You want to know why people might consider that to be the easiest? Because that is the best design these games have. Because it gives you the best feedback. That's it. I ran out of space again. I'm going to lose it. Hold on. A lot of recording tonight. There's a long fight. There we go. Darkwood again. Jesus Christ. I've had to do this 3 times tonight. Darkwood, paste. Hold on, let me catch up on chat. Guns in general and DPS supports a get out of jail free cards for or a free kill. Like, exactly. And the argument seems to be, yeah, but they couldn't get that kill without the free kill. Good. Yes, we've arrived at fairness. They keep giving every character anti-dive utility with no proper punishes for bad positioning. Yep. Gals has consistently made counterpoints to this argument, even not in stream. Someone that has 3 lords in each class is right and people don't know how to play on cover or what to do with specific characters. Yeah, that's true, but doesn't justify what he's been saying. Like, the fact of the matter is, I think really one of the core threads that he's sort of pulling at of approach does come from the ranked mindset, how do you improve, etc. Like, how you approach these heroes as melee, etc. is you are going to have to take a lot of what he's saying on board. Like, you can't play like a coward, constantly just like, blah, 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 abandon every fucking bit of space, whatever. Right, you got to stage against these heroes, time a dive in them, time and engage, blah, blah, blah. Fucking whatever, true. True, not the point. Nearly freed up the space, it's 95%. I'll take everything! Yeah, that's right. Okay. Ran out of space again, what was I saying?
Players default to the easiest playstyle, which is Brawl. It's comfortable and they don't have to take risks.
Hitscan over here says Brawl doesn't have to take risks. I will proceed forth from that point and let it speak for itself.
Just walk forward. But that's the exact playstyle that Poke punishes the hardest.
Yes, too hard for too free value.
Phoenix punishes grouping players. Hela punishes teams that don't clear angles.
Phoenix punishes grouping players to the detriment of the game.
Hela punishes teams that don't clear angles.
Hela punishes teams that don't clear angles. And teams who are out of cover. And teams who 1v1 her. And teams who have an ult that isn't S tier. And like...
And even worse, a lot of dive players believe that Hela and Phoenix counter dive.
The problem I would have with making this claim is that you have a lot of... God, I hate that alert. Thank you, though, guys. A lot of really good dive players can also corroborate this. A lot of really good Hitscan players can also corroborate this.
The reality is, dive counters them. They have the power. Unfortunately, most players
Coordinated dive can.
under Eternity lack the coordination to properly play dive. So how do you...
Which thus is a problem you've identified, because at the vast majority of the player base, these are a problem, and you're not accessing that stabilizing effect, right? When, by the way, these heroes are still harder meta once you reach that level of coordination.
You deal with the Hitscan sisters. For Hela, play a dive duelist or tank and punish her anytime she isolates.
You make her leave. And then you take the angle as someone who can't shoot from there.
You don't even have to get the elim, just force her to play with her team. If she plays with her team, she is a significantly weaker punisher. As for Phoenix, avoid playing grouped up comps. And if you have the coordination, play full dive and collapse her. If your team doesn't have the coordination, play a character that can off angle her and make her look away from main. Her damage is actually even lower than Hela's without the sparks. So
why the hell would you recommend dueling a Phoenix on an angle? How do you beat Jean? I'm pretty sure the argument has always been you've got to be Daredevil in the previous patch before he got that slight damage nerf to take Jean out, and then she got the HP nerf, so it might have stabilized that 1v1. But the way you beat Jean is by being Daredevil, and that's it.
if you can get her to look away, she gets way less value. So is the poke meta untouchable? Groot and Angela are top tanks. One brawl, one dive. Elsa and
I'm sorry, you're shooting the shit out of Angela. I'm sorry.
Daredevil, top picks. One brawl, one dive. You have options. To sit there and convince yourself that poke is the end-all be-all is a self-defeating prophecy.
It's also a self-defeating prophecy to hand wave it like this, man. Yeah, it's the end-all and be-all. You know what you're listing here?
To sit there and convince yourself that poke is all. One brawl, one dive. So is the poke meta untouchable? Groot and Angela are top tanks. One brawl, one dive.
Okay. Yeah, what the fuck does Groot have to do with it? Yeah, Groot gets value by server adminning right now in his power creep state, but he's also literally lunch meat for fucking Hitscan and long-range heroes. Hello?
Elsa and Daredevil, top picks. One brawl, one dive.
Elsa and Daredevil. Okay.
You have options. To sit there and convince yourself that poke is the
Pick the least healthy characters in the other roles. Okay. Right. So get shoehorned into also playing meta against the meta. Doing a philosophical mirror matchup where you can't play 90% of the heroes in this hero shooter, which is what everyone's talking about.
The end-all be-all is a self-defeating prophecy. If Daredevil, Iron Fist, Spider-Man convince themselves that these two characters counter them, they'll never dive them when they're isolated, which leads to the Hitscan getting more value. The real issue here is the lack of coordination in this community.
Yeah, you should beat the Hitscan by making them leave the angle, and then you've used all your cooldowns to get there and duel them without even securing a KO, and you can't shoot from that angle because you're melee. Then they're back on main pressuring your tanks and not even having downtime when they're doing it. They're just in downtime off of immediately threatening a KO on your backline. And your team can't walk forward, and then that Hitscan is able to reposition and restage again.
And defaulting to brawl every time things don't work. That
like in stage for a 1v1 where they have all their cooldowns.
Is literally what poke characters want you to play. You are feeding into what you label as overpowered.
Just swap to the meta, bro. That was it? Fuck. I love bro's videos. I've loved his videos for a while. I think he makes really good stuff. I think he is absolutely a Hitscan aim player purist, and I think he has a bit of a blind spot. I think the game has a lot of unhealthy balance in it right now, and when you know, call up Angela, Groot, Daredevil, Elsa as answers, it's like, bro, those are other problems. Like, we're literally fighting fire with fire. The entire state of everything is completely fucked, but Hitscan is at the top. Let's make no mistake, right? Just because you can answer it doesn't mean people are going to stay around to play that. That's it, bro. Guys, triple support isn't that strong. Just, Have better alt management. In a mirror. What's the problem in triple sup if you always win on it? Maybe because it wasn't fun. I think he makes great content. This is just, I think, a blip in the grand scheme of things. Anyway. Interesting to be exposed to new perspectives. I feel like Rao's the only guy that's enjoying the game currently. The thing is, I feel like he's a lot better than his current rank. Sounds like he is. Like he's definitely been higher in the past. And if he's enjoying it right now, that would indicate to me he's playing a lot. So he should be like higher. But I'm still beating around the bush. Yeah, he's enjoying the game right now. He's abusing the meta. His heroes have fallen into god tier patch after patch. Anyway. It takes us a tad bit of aim to counter dive, yep. Like, see it coming, do something about it, you're good. You got all the tools. There wasn't a whole lot of... I think what was probably a little bit disingenuous in that, I haven't really passed this out in a full video, so I'd probably have a solidified take. But he was saying basically, hit scan on main if not Punisher bad. Hit scan should be on an angle, so being long ranged isn't a massive factor. Because then that's even. Oh, if they're on an angle, you just challenge the angle. I feel like he boiled down the long-range efficacy of poke by putting it, like, shoehorning it in that direction. Or railroading it in that, like, conversation. And, like... No. The whole point with the whole poke issue is that outside of anything active... insane, exorbitant value. You're on the angle, if they're not challenging it, insane, exorbitant value. You're on main, and the enemy is on melee, and they're not engaging, insane, exorbitant value. Like, you always get value. Always, and the value you get in active engagements is also insanely high. And the ults are insane, and the 1v1s are insane, like... It's literally like almost time to end stream, but... Even if they off-angle, there's a good chance they still have LOS of support so they don't die. Yeah, even through all of that, man. Like, have you managed to outplay a Hitscan player who has all these plot armor mechanics, so they're just not that good a player? And they fumble half of them, and actually die to you, and you're about 50 health? You win the 1v1, but an off angle is not a flank. And you're on a flank. And they have the Invis woman look at them for 2 seconds, and they get a shred of healing and you die. There's also that. Like, they just play at, like, there are strings attached to them and their backline, and everyone who threatens them don't have those. I know you don't know me, but I finally hit GM. Congratulations, bro. I think a melee hero right now down main is suicide feeding all charge right now. I mean, yeah, it does make sense to, like, some extent. Like, you can't just walk wherever you want. But my replay ID. I'm not going to do casting tonight, Sparky. I did something off stream earlier. So the people in GM still can't aim. Many match end with Hella. Hawkeye Lords going 30% aim. Yeah. Like, and this is also the point. Yes, he's an aim enthusiast. He likes aim mechanics. Like, he particularly enjoys them. So accuracy is going to be pretty significant to him, but I'm being real, man. The hitscan heroes play themselves. 90% of the value is a bit of positioning, shoot in the direction of the stuff that's threatening you, know when to back up and press your cooldown, and just use your ults not like an idiot. You're going places. Alright, I don't think the accuracy stat means a whole lot. All of these heroes have so much ammo to miss with and still get a kill. Look, Corona. Corona? I think everyone who mains meta is always, if not mostly, having more fun than non-meta players. I think not always, but probably. You idealistic or pessimistic about Season 7 changes? At this stage, pessimistic. Have you guys seen Rio's stuff? He's had a few meetings with the devs, which is surprising. Dude, shut up. Alright. I don't know if they're not showing their hand, who exactly he's talking to. I feel like they're in very early stages for actually discussing the state of things. Meaning, this indicates to me a lack of understanding. So, my guess is that first patch is probably going to be a miss. I think they're probably going to address a lot of the problems going on. I hope. I really hope. I hope Poke gets slapped. If it doesn't, I'm going to lose it. I hope so, but there are going to be a bunch of outliers they created in the past couple power creep patches, like all those tank buffs, that they're going to completely forget about, is my guess. And then we're going to be in this like, well, guess what, everyone? Thor is in every game, and you can't do anything about him. Have fun. Make Mag D tier? Never happening. I really need to empty my Johnson.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Anyway, thank you for all, thanks to all of you, sorry, for coming to my TED Talk. I don't get the mag hate. Just power creep for no reason. Like, mag felt so fair and balanced, right? And then it's like, oh, buff for mag. Buff for mag. Buff for mag. Buff for mag. You really want us to hate him, don't you? Was the most don't touch this hero I've ever seen. Play DD and win the match. We need you out of GM. I'm not in there anymore.
Or villain. I'm not judging.
I've seen wonders out there in the cosmos.
Just have tank pull.
Humans
Right,
will
right.
ever behold.
Stop shit.
That dude shot hitting the Moon Knight? I think I just frontline with him.
My goat.
Where's this going? Oh no. This is weird. Look at that new sleeve action.
It's about hitting harder.
30 seconds.
Hello, Sai.
Get ready.
Thinking harder.
The reason Matt got buffed is because of solo tanking, which is a completely flawed.
Do have a plan to stop Victor,
Like, we get that, right?
don't you, darling?
He needs to have the power of two
Still
tanks.
love me if I said not yet?
We have tanks.
Extremely concerned.
But there can also be two tanks with him as one of them.
As would I.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I gotta glaze my Deadpool.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
This may be one problem.
Is it resource control for using your bubble? No, you just have it for yourself and the other is freely. Not even needed to decide. Needing to decide, sorry. Yep. It's not like they balanced him for solo tanking, which is completely crazy in open queue. But it's also like skill floor lowering, specifically for peeling teammates. Like, okay, it's literally the panic swap tank.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
We flipped point. Traded tanks, I guess. He suspended my transform. My god. Why? It's just time at that point. Arrogance never ceases to surprise me. I only learn the role because if you want something done. Mentality of buffing roles because people aren't playing effectively is crazy to me. There's a point at which you can do it. Like if no one's playing a hero correctly. Like, do we consider that to be the state of Blade right now? Probably not. Like, no, I think Blade needs to be buffed because the hero is just not good. This isn't happening.
Can we get a second tank?
You shut your mouth. I meant this fight. Guys, I meant this fight isn't happening.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Come here. Player, I don't think he's that bad. Which is honest. But he's not great. Right timing. Where's that shit? Stun, 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 stun. Right. This is sounding, don't make me get on mag, bro. It's Steven.
I just feel like I don't have a skin.
Supreme, I oversee other magical adepts.
About to get slapped.
Get ready. Here come the bad guys.
We made it. What the f is happening on my monitor, bro? May I play?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do Bane then.
There's first one.
Bro, it's first fight and I'm solo tanking against this. Like, we have Fantastic and Moon Knight into this.
What are you talking about first fight when we took point?
Yeah, one fight and now we have to be able to walk back through and just on Fantastic.
Look to the left of the G.
Like, what is Fantastic achieving here? You're literally just feeding ult charge by standing in big form.
Who are you talking to right now?
You, exactly.
30
You're the
seconds
only one
before
big
your
form,
attack.
right?
Get ready.
Give me one moment.
What the fuck is this?
I've been at war with gods, Emma. What have
Open your eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You picked the. All you need to do.
I take everything.
is the mission area. Got it?
After party in the Batmobile, and you're all invited.
I've seen people getting miserable on rivals. Makes me feel like Guang's getting poked IRL. Can I move yet? Not.
I'm being DP'd.
There we go. Time to walk, bro. Guess not. Actually huge. One below all Hulk.
It's spider time!
Hello.
Down now, sugar.
Wait, give me that.
Tricks on you.
Where's my lamp? Help. Well, though we're gonna C&D ult anyway, I guess.
I take everything.
My goat! Eh. This is great. I'm getting hit a lot. Look at me go. It's just like playing Jungle Queen. Someone else grabbed him. How many of these C&D also have to look at? No. Let's take everyone off map sugar. My TikTok life got flagged for hate speech because I said I don't support the Orange Man in office. I hate it here. Bro, no. I need to be someone else. I'm sorry. Can't say I have the reps on Rogue to play into Penny. Wrong button. Alright. Now we're locked. Okay. I did that. I did that.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Control seized.
Someone has to do something.
Victories are worth celebrating.
What you guys be doing over there? Oh, you know, tyranny. Good night. I did that. No! I need to get there. I think it's a TP now.
The time entanglement is a vexing problem.
Fury is almost yours.
Even for the Sorcerer Supreme.
Might not be. I'm waiting. They're gonna TP.
I'm opening a portal. I'm opening a portal.
Where is he? Where the fuck?
A shortcut.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Hey, bro. Hey. Who the fuck am I?
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
He did not like that. No, I had my shield up. Beautiful. Little clicks. Hello. Do you like my completely unpracticed ever in my life counter portal?
The time entanglement is a vexing problem. Even for the Sorcerer Supreme. Open your
How expensive is it to move internationally asking for a friend? A few P?
Charles dreamed of a safe haven for all mutants.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
People are too comfortable to go out and truly stand up against what is happening. They're scared of losing their day-to-day life.
You may be a certifiable monster, Deadpool, but not the variety that I
It's okay, guys. The the guardrails are still holding.
Shotgun. Didn't the collector hire
brought me on to keep you in line when you inevitably broke your contract.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
1.
1.
Let's go,
All you
Chad.
need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
It is in the interest of all mutants that we succeed this day, and so we shall.
Hit a shot.
I feel like myself again.
I need
Okay.
5 minutes out back.
Wouldn't have happened to a tank pull.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Jesus Christ.
Capture the mission area.
You have no sub.
Okay.
Lady me assistance.
If Hulk Ult was CC immunity being an actual demonic bully, yeah.
Mutants
I love
always
playing
rise
mag.
again.
Oh my fucking hell.
Can also just be that hero is balanced.
What's that, bro? There were 4 people in it, bro. If everyone's broken, no one is. True. No one on the enemy team was broken then. There's no bubble in that. No. Wait. Oh, he didn't send us off the map. We're good. I'm certainly on point. I've got this new sleeve and I think I hate it. Mag in the bag? You could say that. The other daily nerf C and D and is why. Might have to. It's like Bilbo finally leaving the Shire. Not Frodo. You need some adventure. Of course. Alright. This is going swimmingly.
Magic is not to be owned, but to be felt. Is a mutant's greatest gift.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Camera's dead. Yeah, that's that. What a game. Resets, please. Okay, this sleeve's coming off. Damn, that's a shame. Thank God we had that in the bag. If it wasn't a tantrum. Alright. Blocks need nerf, true. I don't know if we avoid. I'm sure he's fine at tank pool, but you know what? He's probably tilted even more now. GG Kuro. Certain maps Penny's good, but she lost her second best team that made her a legit threat. Yeah, still good though.
Prediction complete.
I died a frighteningly low amount of times on Alien tonight, bro. I didn't finish that prediction. Okay.
It's time to predict.
This might be the last one because it's getting late, but we'll see. Of the custom playable, infinite sustain on red damage and mobility and CC on a 3-second cooldown. True. Thank you. I finally got this. I can't swap it out. Okay. Wait. No. Is being a Marvel Rivals player a red flag? I'm told it is. I'll tell you why. There seems to be a disproportionately high hit rate of Rivals players not liking women. Don't shoot the messenger. One for the scholars. How long have the queues been? Pretty long. But not that, like, not super. I got the manifesto. We're in. Women are annoying most times, but Rivals players are a unique kind of loser. Jesus.
Who do you think you want to be today?
What are you pouring down your gullet? Sawdust.
I've seen wonders out there in the cosmos few humans will ever behold.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Ball is coming from inside the house. My God. Women are annoying most times is insane. I think the phrasing gets me. Jesus Christ. And you know what? You know what? I'm going to level with you. Don't know how old you are, whatever. You can actually have that feeling or whatever. I will say, perhaps then try being around different women.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Please, bro, please. Anyone else play support?
I will bring peace to this
I'll play tank if I have
no
to.
matter the cost.
This works. Let us do it. Let us do it. Please let us 2-sub Adam. We will be fine. I think they're doing it.
I have a hunch they might be diving us.
Consumed by darkness, I will gladly be the light.
Okay, Rivals players are the simple misogynist. There's almost never an in-between all.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Hmm. That's a terrible coin. I don't see the others.
3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
I feel like there are people who play the game and then there are people who are too vocal, and I usually see the ones that NA'd win. A lot of it's in NA, I am gonna say, bro. Actually, a good amount of it's here. OCE has a particular flavor of it. Fuck, he died. How did my strange pop like that so far forward, bro? It's triple DPS. I don't think I can do something at it. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Walrus. Go. Good boy. I was trying to avoid getting cancelled at 11:20 PM on a Friday. Also, Daredevil is easy.
Thanks so much.
If you don't deflect perfectly, you're dead. Me when I have engaged poorly and 6 are looking at me. Wow, he was so good at that. Alright. Hey, bro. I'm just coming up. Hey.
5,
You gonna turn around or?
3, 2, 1.
No. Miss, miss, miss. I'm dead instantly. Yep.
I need to be on there, but also
Destiny awaits.
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Magnetism awaits.
I can't rock it. Okay. Nice. He has it so hard doing stuff like that. He's alive, by the way. He's now here. Fuck off, bro. Press D! People just don't want to win a ranked of all places. You have to accept that, sadly, so I play far less ranked than I used to, yeah.
There's still so much to do.
Team's wiped again. Just a squirrel girl up. Alright.
Crazy how the tanks not contest that point.
Yeah, tanks just filling. Rather we just had one tank and... Phoenix move. Jesus. I'm spamming Q like I have it. Best way to play Adam? Generally like a slight off angling. Scumbag.
Someone else can play a main support.
they have push shield because they have heavy perk, but they also have dive.
Alright. Jesus Christ.
When you have the same part figured out. Be your best self.
Phoenix flanking right side.
5 frames, by the way. Wish I was Adam.
Even when you can't see me, I still make you believe.
We have 3 sub. Fucking God. Where is he? Genuinely this right now. I'm fully removing DD from the fight because he's got an ego. We did it. It's been a minute. Galley on the industry plant. Not anymore. I do miss the cheeks though. Why are they so bulbous? Perfectionist calling you back like the Green Goblin mask. Hold on. No way you caught that, right? Oh boy. Who did he... I'm gonna die to her. I did that. I now have a strange in spawn instead of playing the game. Good night, Kevin. Squirrels actually ran away this time? What, like, where is he running? Hitscan player? Is Black Cat coming? Yeah, I'm 99% sure.
0 to 2. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
Oh.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Do I back to Adam now? Storm, we have Storm.
Round 2, go!
Hey, mouse. Meow. Hey. Think Adam's viable? Yes. Removed Hulk from the tags, end of an era. Yeah, he fell off the map. Oh, now we're back to Tusa.
Tell me why I shouldn't reduce you to scrap this very second, Ultron.
I want to do this because we have Flyer. I'll try it. You can out.
It came at a cost.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Richardson stopped and they the gods laugh. Alright, that feels better.
Nice. That's my Magneto though. Go crazy. Nice. Shit, Spotty and I just doing whatever we want. Oh, I need to hit that.
What did you say? What did you say?
You say clanker, bro?
No, take that.
That's our word. Can I say that?
Can reclaim it. My apologies.
I'm sorry.
I meant it in good faith.
Trying so hard to not. Shut up, Isha, bro. Spotty 1v1 the DD. Just microwave bro's forehead.
Get in touch.
What happened to Strange? He's getting touched.
Oh god. DD on me.
I got him.
Thank you, God.
Push him with slow-mo. No range, no range.
Jesus.
No Phoenix?
I may need to be someone else.
No Winters?
Yeah, good. Good job.
Oh.
I am just the later. Okay, noted.
Where's the massive beta?
Okay.
Why is he still peeking? What? course, there's an invis up there. I almost forgot. Alright. Oh boy. Is that him, Tom? Thank you. Matthew Michael Murdoch Esquire in the back.
Loaded, just going better, yeah. Double dive.
Have you ever seen a BP so terrifying he tells his team not to heal him? What the fuck?
This time I need healing. Healing power.
He's just killed the Loki by spamming the clone. Okay. Played these games before, run for your life, boy. Everyone's dying to DD. That hero has it so hard.
Yes, because Daredevil should have that much health.
I'm gonna go thing actually, and it might not be good for solo tanking, but
Destiny awaits.
Let's see it.
they don't.
That was a headshot, bro. Not gonna do it early. Oh, he actually just didn't learn from anything. I might just one-shot nuke him again this time.
I have risen.
I can still res enough. Boot on? Winnable?
What type is that?
Oh, nice doubles. Get the bounce.
What's that invis on, bro? Jesus. I actually nuked her forehead, bro. Can we? Holy shit, I hate my life. Why is this happening? Okay. Good luck, Sandy, bro. And me. I don't know, bro.
But they also have Daredevil, because he's a fun and interactable
I'm
character.
getting perma chase in the backline.
We were fine with 3 subs earlier. What the fuck happened?
Up to the left here, up to the left here.
This is not a pick I'm going to be able to survive on against this. And I'll just be worse at them in a high pressure scenario. There's a Phoenix behind. Moon Knight. Fuck. I just broke the Vade. Might be fun though. Phoenix off. Fuck me, man. I think Jack Kirby Thor fit.
Destiny awaits.
Ooh.
I have found my lost soul.
Oh, Iron Fist 1. Fuck you. Oh my god, everyone's dead, bro.
Final score 1-2-2.
Bacon, every time we play together, I end up being shoehorned into fucking like some 2 sub comp as the Phil. I don't know what our matchmaking is, but this always happens. New stuff for the tournaments. Hello. Great. That dude Chud now GM. We ended there.
Prediction complete.
Playing with Gallus is like charity work. Well, after boosting Alligator last night, he went on to play more. After playing at 1 AM and immediately dropped back to GM. And now that dude Chud here with the instant lock Moon Knights at the start of the game. What? Are you collecting a bounty?
It's time to predict.
Love you too. I play Moon Knight. Collecting a bounty is crazy. Bacon, are you a cop? Connection is terrible. How'd the match go? Grim. Was it him? Oh. Oh well. It's a 300 right now. I'm writing that down. Michael Theodore Mouse team, that's right. It's alright, I'm sure I won't have to fill on specifically like Lunar Snow or something against a double melee hard dive. Options are C and D Invis, and I don't play Invis. It's alright, at least Phoenix isn't in the game so I can go rocket. We'll be back when stream ends, so bye-bye, Gallus. Chat, see you next stream. See you, Archduke. Have a good one. Great, I drop probably 600 for losing this if we lose it. Hall of Jalia as well. Yeah, of course. Yep. Entire enemy team's going to be poke players, by the way.
Which hero do you think you want to be today? Now, who am I gonna banish for
Like,
this match?
no one's a support. What is going on, man? Wrong with Hall of Jalia? Well, apart from the fact that it has no cover, it's pretty good. Yeah. When will you do a door giveaway? We don't have a door and it's cold at night. If I do a door giveaway, I'll rig the odds against you.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
People then talk about how much some maps bias poke in this game and heavily. Not even bias. There are maps in this game that are literally unworkable for non-poke heroes. Oh, I made it work with X slop ult that makes everyone immortal for 20 seconds. Yeah, cool. Not the point of the map design, bro.
Round one, go!
For God's sake. We have 3 tanks, by the way. What the shit? Okay.
When the chips are down, you want your heroes a little roguish and scruffy, like me.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You're that monster hunter, Johnny.
The maps are just poke maps. Hall of Jalia, bottom 3. Bottom 3 Map in the game. Clintar Symbiotic Surface, bottom 3 map in the fucking game. What am I forgetting? Ooh, Spider Islands. Ooh. Ah, God. Fuck that map. Jesus.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know what Spider Islands is? Oh my God, I'm staring down the barrel of 30 minutes of getting shot. Good. Didn't mean to jetpack, but... Jesus, Steven. Okay. Angel. Walk. Walking. It's just level 1 ult. He does nothing. You get rest. Their rocket just died to the environmental map explosions. What the fuck? I haven't seen that icon ever. The clean top maps blow. Nah, domination's fine.
The zero's broken.
Lock in ferret.
I got rocket. Just dip that rocket. Maybe you should main rocket.
Paragraph, but I'll use the points tomorrow with no request. New Mr. Fantastic change in regard to his Z will let you use both his Z twice with main one twice without one. Bingus, what the f— Retreat! I'm not ulting that, just die. As I heal, just die. Joe Carboner. This is my hood. Don't do that. My finals this game on Rocket are going to be beautiful. I'm trying to learn Fantatic. I like how I executed their rocket and took like no damage. He was not. He was just not. I ult this.
You should use a healer on your whole holy cross.
I could have gone for a squishy there, but I was bored. Luna? That was when we were committing something. Can't even hear alt voice lines. What does that mean? Guess you can't hear that either. Oh boy. Big booty connoisseur. Hello. Hello, Kaja.
Luna, you should use.
Yay. my god, I wanted to save my thing, bro. Just ulted earlier. Nothing on their team ever dies. Still in 3 tank. It is objectively not working at all. Now Hulk mad type beat. Let him die. You get rest. Luna rest. I nearly have ult. Angela behind. You want the smoke? Jesus. Triple tank into Elsa Bucky. Yes. I did that. I'll walk the cat. Meow.
Character's broken. Jiyong, that's him.
Is Jiyong a terrorist?
Can't say that,
Can't say that. Guy, you said could send you a Mr. F Rework when the topic naturally arose on stream. I don't want to ding Discord to put itself for a channel. Okay, thank you, Wash. Angela suddenly, like, started fighting for the win. That was like, he stayed in and... I got this. I hate you. Luna Snow, I'm fucking... Never get on the mic again. Your music's shit, I hate you. What? I'm being hung. Pause. I've always been hung. What? Big ult from Luna. Don't win the fight. No, we need to learn a lesson. Don't win that. Wait, do I res that? Oh my god, it's in range. Wait.
Obviously not in the...
That sound, bro. Why has he started fighting like he wants to win? What is going on? Why is thing in? Why are we now turn? Don't turn the corner into that. They do more damage in that ultimate.
What are we doing? We have 2 melee things. We can't deal with that. That's just, you know.
Well, here's the thing.
It's alright, I'm on rocket. Let me check what the ult does. Oh, it's more damage.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
The portal's opening. Can you guys push the fuck up?
What your mom said.
Oh well. Thank God he has a tiny hitbox. Cheese, you could see me. Good grief, Stephen. Beautiful. $200 AUD bounty on throwing your games. Only if you play Daredevil. Is Rocket effective in high rank? Sure. Yeah.
3, 2, 0. Time to switch things up. Including
Not the
which
best, but
side you're
he's
on.
good.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Who are you calling a raccoon, huh?
Isn't it he's taking legal action against that stupid website? It sounds like they're working on it. What does he even do, Xiong?
What?
Sharks tank pitcher Mr. F rework.
You want your heroes a little roguish and scruffy, like me.
Got your back.
Seconds before you
I'm
attack.
excited.
Get ready.
Alright, I'm waddling on out.
That's some nice armor you got there, sweetheart.
Genuinely might be having a stroke. Could be a,
You know Spider isn't for sale.
How about just one arm?
two-man situation.
Ah, come on. You're killing me, kid.
Not yet.
Overwatch does have that up on Rivals.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
But I guess it also kind of works because no one dies in triple sub.
Them from securing.
Once we get this timeline thing sorted out, I'm taking a long vacation somewhere with lots of stuff to see.
Here comes the horse. Ah, much better.
Where's that creature? Thing, bro. Okay. She just got tackled off the map. Cool. Did you walk through everyone?
Oh, I'm gonna get some revenge.
Oh shit, that was gold.
You're welcome.
Hello, Gussie. How's it going? I'm good.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
We'll need an actual replay from Penis POV there. Thanks, Dante, bro. Bet. Don't know if I can do that. It's not enough. Oh, that's not enough. I might need to be Adam now. Triple tank Adam. Please peel. We have 3 of you. Angela's actually started fighting with his hands, so we kind of need a bit of help.
I was helping you, buddy.
No, I mean like after that. Luna pressed it. Look at the thing stun targets. I hate you.
This is a nice spot. You're ready for action.
My gods. I hate you. My gods. The tracking? My device got exploded. Don't do it. Penis POV. I'm seeing nothing but underwear. W Glaze. Holy shit, Benjamin coming in with a clutch. Look how he floats majestic. That's getting destroyed in 2 seconds. Sorry, I'll use my body. It's working. It's actually working. It actually worked. Shut up, phone. I'll remember you. That was outside of range of res, are we kidding? Can't really lose that point. Jesus, man. No, bro, don't put more into the last fight. Stop. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, just get back around. That's
A shield? Well, okay.
What? Luna, you're a fucking idiot.
Luna, what the fuck is this, bro?
dude, fuck me.
Actual fucking
Fat
pain.
finger. Anything else, little bro?
You've had issues all game. First your audio doesn't work, first the game's not loading, now your fat finger.
I need to know. Drop the sperm count. What is it? Well, I'm fucking dead. It's alright, we got Luna. Oh. This is just not working, bro.
Get that fucking Elsa up here.
W Chud.
Yeah, W Chud. W Chud's in chat.
Tank King down.
I think Luna is trying to claim the bounty. It's mine.
I miss natural selection too.
Luna, can you use?
We doubled. That was my bad this time. That's not worth it.
It's dead, bro.
Stay on the fucking card. What?
The current score is 3.
Oh, they're diving us with the sustainer. We don't have another one. Everyone leave point.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
Might hit up some C&D now.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Honestly, it might actually be Jeff, but I don't play him at all. Perchance. 2 tank? Here, puss puss. Get off tank, please. What's up?
Interesting thought. I don't know about that.
Be good against the Elsa Bucky. Oh my god, my god. Yes! Yes! Yes!
30 seconds before you attack.
This hero can kill an Elsa ult.
Okay.
Don't know if I do it though. They do still have a lot of damage. C&D time.
Light can heal and light can harm. Same with me.
The Wolverine is not going to help though.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission. mission area. Got it?
Where do they look? These other worlds where I do not exist.
There you are.
When he was calling out Luna, I assumed the Luna was not going to hear it and was not going to ult. Because, you know. Don't. Stay in it. I hate you. Okay, go off the map then. What the fuck am I playing? Run back. Let's TP at this point.
I'm trying to portal. I'm trying to portal.
The final 10 seconds.
Jesus. Bro, like, we have a tick, I guess. Who fucking gets there quick? Yeah, that's it.
I will do all of the hard work while my father slumbers.
The current score is 3.
What are these games tonight, man? I've literally been forced to fill in no support lobbies.
Which side you're on? You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
The hand of heaven is here.
I will bring peace to this.
I need Rocket for the res, but I also kind of don't. Yes, Luna, please go Rocket. Oh my god. Please, bro. Please take it off me. This used to be a fun house, but now it's full of evil clowns. Real.
Fair play, Adam.
Change humanity for the better. That time has come.
The Daredevil store.
We can do this.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
EOMM. Yeah, because I got the fucking... I got out of my fully hard stuck rank. Gonna blow up my PC. Cool.
Go play Rivals then.
Can you do that from the back line without walking forward? Hold the right click.
This cannot be possible, bro.
I can't even see myself.
The battle starts in 5.
Excuses.
4,
On top of
3,
excuses.
Are you playing this shit on like Windows 7 or something?
Stop them from securing the mission area.
It's like I'm playing a MacBook somehow.
Put this shit running on Windows Vista.
There you are, you cheeky.
W name drop. How the fuck are you around the corner, bro? I was just fucking full frontline diving. Holy shit, the deadlift thing has to be fucking insane, man.
It's opening now.
My third 1v1, by the way. I fucking hate life. You are nothing. They got the tick. Of course they did. Jesus, they only have 30 seconds left. Shut up, phone! Uninstalling after this. Percy, I'm gonna nuke your account for a moment, okay?
Thanks for the love, love.
Some assistance, please. Us against the world.
Res was still running, we made it. Pick up the you let her get it, you son of a bitch. Oh, how the fuck are we losing these? I'm gonna lose so much for that. Percio, show me a physique reveal right now. Or I'm posting your username in 7 Discords. Alright, he's deleted for life. You're about to derank to my ear. Yeah. Anyone can get there. I know he'll crash out about how bad the game is. You know my anecdotal experience, I can actually pass out from my opinions on the game's design and direction, right? Or are you just now turning your fucking ears off because that's all you want to hear? It's 3 losses in a row since the moment we hopped on. I think I stopped.
Follower.
Slash you have a sub for X amount of minutes to send a message. Yeah. Chat activity can help, especially with a short feed. Hello, Punch. Serbian uncle. Thanks for the follow. I'm watching you. We wouldn't add him 1v1, you were quad. Just pretend you won? Oh, true. They have so many coins. Height. Bacon, don't ever come around here again. The bacon boost has turned into the bacon tax. Okay, here we go. Look at this, though. Shark Tank pitch. A Mr. Fantastic rework. Let's buff Raid in a way that adds a little more skill expression and is healthier for the game we all enjoy. Say that again. Elite. Hero Mr. Fantastic. The problem. Raid is an anti-dive brawler that specializes in weakening enemy dives, slipping past enemy frontline to walk on the backline, drawing out many enemy resources to eliminate. However, his anti-dive leaves much to be desired against full dive teams. He has a large weakness to poke.
Release the Glock trucks!
I'm so fucking mad. That was... What was the first map tonight? Was Burner to T'Challa? Fuck me, that was the designated win. He feeds more ult charge to enemies than his own strategist because he often has to cancel big form to survive, which leaves damaged health unhealable. Exactly. His ultimate is very bad and it's difficult to adjust his kit without making him too strong at lower ranks where players struggle against his tankiness and consistent damage. Bro's been around here.
Again!
However, there's a solution for every problem if you just look hard enough. Mr. Fantastic quote. Wow.
I take everything, sugar.
Okay, alright, we get it. The solution. My ultimate goal is simple. Solve everything. So let's get started. Fuck me. Raid needs more skill expression than higher Sorry, that higher and more experienced reads can take advantage of, so lower ranked players don't suffer at the hands of endless stat padding buffs. Beautiful. We also want to make him have stronger strengths compared to anti-dive alternatives like the Thing and Namor. Sorry, as I was reading this, my mind wandered. How the fuck did so many people come in and say, why aren't we talking about Poke when I was doing the Daredevil talk tonight? Oh, I don't know, maybe because there's about 1 million fucking current weak Poke videos out there, and I've also put out several. How the There's the biggest problem right now that everyone's talking about ad nauseum. Why aren't you making videos about that? Oh my god, content is dead. Content is literally fucking dead, bro. We also want to make him have stronger strengths compared to anti-dive alternatives like the Thing and Namor. Firstly, let's look at my largest area of change, Distended Grip, my goat. Given this is Reed's most complicated ability, which I'm about to make more complicated, I'll explain a bit. For those who don't know, currently, Distended Grip launches Mr. Fantastic's arm in a singular direction 60 ms per second. That upon a 20 damage contact with an enemy, slows the target by 10% and speeds up Mr. F by 10%. Mr. F then has a choice over a 3-second window to either follow up by grabbing the same target, immobilizing them for 1 second and inflicting 60 damage, or selecting another target which pulls them together dealing 30. There are several issues. Firstly, it almost always is more beneficial to do the single target pull for more damage and more consistent displacement. There's also another issue. The follow-up for grabbing another person or the same target is a moving homing projectile it can miss, which it does often when trying to reach at a fire enemy in the back line and perhaps pull them forward, which would be the only useful fucking direction for using that most of the time. Or the closer enemy backwards, or really fast enemies like Venom and Spider-Man swinging. Every single change will now be listed, with explanations in the valuation section. Elite. Distended Grip, the second auto-targeting cast for Distended Grip projectile speed increased from 60 ms to 90 ms. Elite. Distended Grip can now hit allies in addition to enemies. Allies are not moved but incur other effects. I like this. Single target pulling an ally will grant 80 decaying overhealth and a 15% speed boost for 3 seconds. Ooh. I need to see what you do to the rest of the kit. What are you reading? This is a Mr. F rework proposal. But, if I could double backshot someone and pull them. Jesus, what am I saying? That is too much. Double target pulling an ally and another ally will grant them both 50 overhealth and a 15% speed boost for 2 seconds. Jesus, that's so sick, though. Oh my god, it's so sick. Oh. It's too good. It's too good. The issue I have with this right now is that I get value with my right click by hitting the ground to build my meter. That's almost the only use it has. So just value in the ally sector as well is like, and this is good value. Double targeting, pulling an enemy and ally or vice versa will grant the ally 50 over. I get it. And fling the enemy in the direction your ally is facing. Dealing 30 damage. That's interesting. Oh, no. Oh, you can pull them away from an ally in the direction they're facing and give the ally health. This is now functioning as the backshot as well. There is a lot of power in this ability. Target pulling an enemy uses the primary fire input. Target pulling an ally is bound to the secondary fire input to prevent sensitivity, misclicks, and messy team fights. Excellent. Success. Elastic elongation, commonly known as the chest bump or backshot, can now be activated on a grab target between the usual 15-minute... Okay, hold on. This music is throwing me off so hard, bro. Let me hit the... Go to home, Spotify. Go to home. Good boy. Can now be activated on a grab target beyond the usual 15 meters activation range as long as Mr. F is in the targeting phase of Distended Grip. Excellent. That makes sense. No changes to backshot after those shield changes to the right click. Oh. You can give an ally 230 overhealth and a 15% speed boost. You can use this to peel. Or you can put this on Daredevil. Brainiac Bounce. I love this. Thank you so much. Landing on allies grants them 50 overhealth with 100 overhealth on the 6th bounce. I think they should add AoE overhealth to the ult. You could put Daredevil on me instead. Alright. Overhealth cap, that's exactly what I was thinking. Honestly, I reckon do this, right? And just cap the overhealth at 50. But just add it to the game. Like, it's just 50 per bounce. You can't go past it, but you can keep refreshing it. Just do it. This is a Mr. F rework idea. Doors. Enemies hit by Brainiac Bounce are knocked up with an inward knockback angle, and with higher knockup, the closer the enemy is to Mr. F's landing area. Jesus. Okay, that's too much. The problem with it being a knockup is like literally being able to 6 times hit people with knockup. That's super annoying. It's too much. It's just that even if it's not good, even if the frustration factor is so high, just you shouldn't put it in the game. Mr. Fantastic will leap drag sufficiently airborne targets hit by him during his ultimate. Oh, we're doing everything. Stunning them and dragging them with him to the ground during the bounce. This also leaves a 6-meter crater on the ground for 3 seconds that does 20 damage per second and inflicts the earthbound status effect. Enemies leap dragged and not knocked up by the subsequent jump. Oh, so with the inward knockback, you can then leap drag them. Oh my god. No. This is an easy Hulk jump grab to juggle. But you can do it on multiple? Valuation, why this works. Mr. F has weaknesses for valid reasons. In my opinion, he should be weak to poke. He should have a forced transformation to play around. A big problem with many meta duelists, poke slops usually, which should be nerfed, is that they have very niche weaknesses, which are usually bad matchups with other meta duelists. I would rather lean into Mr. F's strengths without playing into the inflated state as a low elo. Rundown machine that he can use all of his abilities in, which is a suggestion I've seen. Namor is so effective at anti-dive because of one strategy he has more than Mr. F that his rework remediates. Dynamic prevention as opposed to mostly purely reactive utility. Dive is built around staging and quickly rushing targets. Namor's monstros serve as a prevention that limits the amount of passive advantage dive heroes have on backlines, granting Mr. F more options at granting allies overhealth, and dynamic peel options swamped with skill expression does wonders for his character. Perhaps you distend a grip an ally farther away than your elastic elongation, and then upon hitting them with the skill shot, can elastic elongate to them anyways to provide shields and knockback to the enemy they're fighting. Maybe you coordinate with an ally to tell them to look a certain direction to throw the target. Notice that analog works like how Inviswoman's shield works the direction you're facing. When double fleeing enemies and allies, the way the enemy is thrown in an advantageous position, like near a Groot wall or off the map, perhaps diving with your own divers by grabbing them, telling them to go in, then following with the increased range on elastic elongation on grab targets, speeding your brawl tanks, etc, etc. It's a utility powerhouse. I love that. All without increasing Reed's kill threat or his own tankiness at lower ranks. The only damage increase is the rework to the ultimate, and it's a reward on hitting an enemy directly in midair like Hulk does. It also is Mr. Fantastic's analog to the Thing, leaving his signature Yancey Street charge crater on successful drag. And yes, that's right, Reed could potentially drag his own targets knocked by his ultimate with precise movement inputs and aiming with the knockup change. And to prevent stun cheese, cough, Elsa, the drag target is immune to the knockup of the bounce they were dragged by. It's identical to getting hit by Hulk in form and execution. That makes an ultimate worth 3,400 charge points, the same as Magneto, Rogue Storm, Psylocke, and Daredevil, by the way. I mean, when you say it like that, sorry, minivan on my main's really bad ult lol. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope for mercy for the Shark Tank. I think they should just double the speed of his ult. I thought this was nice on its face. I immediately disagree with this. This pushes it past the point of absurdity with how lethal that could be. Can you imagine a double speed Mr. F ult? Jesus Christ. And you lose the value of stalling. It's part of the hero at this point. I'm okay with maybe moving away from that. It depends how much you take it. Like, the block and the big form are a big part of that, though. So, make it bounce faster and maybe increase damage. Jesus, can't do that. Literally the exact change they gave Psylocke. I mean, and everyone hated it. These are some great ideas. Yeah. I like the idea in giving teammates more bonus health and making his distended grip more consistent, while also being more dynamic with who you decide to interact with. Okay. What would I keep? What would I take out? I like the projectile speed for the second caster distended grip. They should implement that tomorrow. Can hit allies. This is cool. Single target pulling an ally. I think 50. And I think double pulling an ally 30. I think the intrigue with this change is double pulling an ally and an enemy. Is this a Snog Marry Avoid Gallus edition? Yeah. Minute, but see the thing is with the distended grip is it's just a meter builder. Because you get all your value elsewhere pretty much. Or you ground a venom. It's the potential stacking of the shields and the speed. I do wonder if 30 is probably a minimum, right? I was gonna say I wonder if just speed to allies would be fine because it's very strong. I think 30 health. 30 health. Ally 50 over health, fling the enemy in the direction your ally is facing, dealing 30 damage. Target pulling an enemy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fine. Yeah, lower the numbers on those hard. Speed boost could be 10. Hard cap of over health of like 100. Oh, so you can't stack it like that. Damn. Okay, how about this? 150 over health limit. Alt. 35 to 45 over health per bounce. Not a whole lot. Because currently I do like resource dumping both back shots on a diver. So I think losing some of that ceiling kind of sucks. Now be activated on a grab target beyond the visual 15-meter activation range, as long as Mr. F is in the targeting phase of distended grip. This is just a slight QOL change. It doesn't change a whole lot. Landing on allies, yeah. 100 on the 6th I'm okay with too. Leap drag sufficiently airborne targets hit by him. Okay. This has the potential to turn him into a nightmarishly good hero. Like, bounce to the back line, grab a support, leave. Like, that's... They aren't knocked up by the subsequent jump though, so that is a thing. That is a thing.
follower.
I do like the angle of moving him more towards this utility sided part, and this isn't away from anything else. This just gives him more utility options. The versatility could be broken though. It's like, because he has his strengths that do function. I almost want, like, I want Distended Grip almost, it's like 30 bonus health, right? 30 bonus health to an ally, but we make his bonus health take longer to decay as well. So you can, like, do this once and do it again. Or, like, it's like, I don't know what the current decay is. I don't know if it's like 6 seconds or 5 or 4 or whatever. Make it long enough so that you can Distended Grip again and it refreshes it. This is degenerate and probably shouldn't be in the game. Or maybe not. Probably not. Overwatch Puppy, we miss you. I'm so sorry, but I want to play Junker Queen and it sucks. Didn't address big form of fridge changes either. That's true. I would put bonus health back on big form and remove the base health change. What does Daredevil players do? Oh, I got one of my videos posted on the Daredevil main sub. So I was looking at that for a bit. I do like a lot of these. This is fun. I would, you know what I want from what they've done recently? You know how you can block from big form? I wanted that to be a wide wall. That's what I wanted. I wanted that to be a wide wall because then I would have been okay with it. Like, I want big form to be able to body block max with that. That's what I want. Let me just extend a grip and hold one person like Angela's ult while still attacking with the other hand. Why you just like... You know what? If you could still attack while holding a target, I think that would be sick. Because it's a 10% slow. That's what it is. That's the effect that they get. What about being able to turn fat as Fanta when I get the meter full instead of being force-fed to become a fatty? The force transform is part of the art of the hero. I think something is lost by removing it. Making him more of a shield would be lit. Exactly. I thought that was like exactly what they were going for when I read it in the patch notes. I want to see a wide wall from big form. That would be sick. Slap some sense into them strat. Like, exactly, bro. Like... You know what else should be in his kit? Weird things like that. I think weird little utility things like that are sick. You know what else? I feel like the holding them with the grip is something that... How do I say this? You can hold on to one person. What if you could hold on to two, right? With a max range... And if it's at max range, if it's minimum, it's still like the 10% slow. But if it's at the max range, it doesn't disconnect. You work like Angela's ult in the middle, like Mr. F does, and you like hold them, like you're like stretched holding them. Holding people while grip should increase slow based on range like tension. I love this stuff. Yeah, I feel like he needs more of this. That's what I meant by Angela's ult. Well, they take dot damage while grabbing them. I feel like in terms of like if we did basic stuff for Mr. F, I've always thought damage buff to grabbing 2 targets. Very basic thing, just do it. Like, I think that does a lot, to be honest. That goes a long way. Take him back to bonus health instead of base health. +5 ally shields when you jump to an ally with backshot. Like, little things. I think he should get a team up with an ally that turns as the bouncers into healing. Something silly, some team up ult combo. I don't know. Things like that, because they're cheap and easy to do. I think this is like... This is starting to give him Ultra and drone value, like, on top of his existing kit. Whatever they can imagine and animate, yeah. The leap drag can't be... you drag them once. You know what? The dragging them once... Like... I think I'm okay with this entire effect. If they can only be knocked up once, they can only be dragged once. That's it, per every enemy. Maybe the first hit on the ground is the only one that doesn't knock up, right? And then for the entire roll, everyone can only be dragged once. But like, the ability to do that, I'm not against. At that point, it becomes sort of like a, is it worth implementing? And I don't know. But 6 knock-ups is insane. Yeah. I like the bonus health on the ult. This is great. This is really good. And obviously it gets nothing. I think average players think this hero is broken. And everyone else thinks he's dumb. Backshot grant movement speed to the ally. I think, like, I feel like if you take his entire kit and go, what if I could hold the button? A lot of it, there's so much, like, it starts to make a lot of sense almost. With backshot to an ally, right? What if you could hold E? And either it's before you jump to them and give them the shields, or after you jump them and give them the shields, and you can like hug them. But essentially you can like have the arms, the grabby arms, like you do when you do the right click, but they go around the ally, and instead you share damage they take. Like you can take damage for them and shield them with your own HP by putting your arms around them. And then jumping to them gives you both bonus health, so it's like a... And it's not technically, I mean, it is good, but it's not technically a direct buff because the damage still gets taken. I hate the idea of non-sup characters helping with survival in a meaningful way. I hate playing against cap ult, but it could be a fun sup ult. I'm saying, like, if you did backshot to someone, right? Like, if you just held E, then you held the arm on them, max 3 seconds, right? During that time, the damage they take is halved, and you take half of it. But this is like a low cooldown soul bond at this point, so maybe... I don't think they'd implement it in a way that isn't just value. So I think this would be a non-starter, but what if they you mitigated 25% of damage off of them, but it was doubled on you. So they take 75% of the damage they're taking, and you take 50% of the damage they're taking. And you block 25 off of them, and in exchange you take more. But it's like you redirect the damage, and it's more value for the enemies. So there still is, like, there's an argument for doing it because you have a higher HP pool. You can transform. You can then give both of you bonus health. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I gotta end stream. It's way too late. This is a fan-made Mr. Fantastic rework. I really like it. Yeah, it's good. Thanks, guys in chat. I'll rework this post to make changes. Thanks for sending it, Washed. It was great. What if you could grab in big form? A lot of people say that. No. Big form should be good as is. Grabs an enemy, they take dot. If you grab an ally, they gain 5 to 10 shield per second and it's active. Yeah, that's not bad either, actually. Knock up at all, only bounce 1 and bounce 5. I think if we really disperse knock up like that, to be honest, I think it's the final bounce does the knock up. Anyway, team up with Ghost Rider where you turn into a motorcycle. Anyway. Any raid suggestions? I'm going to say goodnight to TikTok fam. Thank you for the love tonight. I'll be back on Monday. Right, TikTok. YouTube, I'm also going to say goodnight to you guys. Thanks for the love tonight. I'll be back Monday again. I've been playing Alien Isolation at the start of stream. If that interests you, come over to the Twitch. Otherwise, longer outro here as well. But good night, YouTube fam. Thanks for coming by, guys. See you, Goose. See you, Shahid. Got a team up is cool. Strange team up where he becomes a dimensional portal.